Hi everyone, welcome back. Well, on request, there were many of you who wanted me to do a sketchbook flip through, and I wasn't going to go all the way back to the beginning because there's some things that just shouldn't be put on camera. But anyway, I thought I'd start with this book. Some of the sketches in here are older and then some are newer. They're kind of all mixed up. This first one was just of some pansies I did a long time ago. And here, this is a couple of sketches that I did years ago, and I was trying to teach myself perspective. I finally figured it out. I'm re-recording this, so my hands are moving a lot, but I decided to do a voiceover. Now here on the left, I did a picture that was done in watercolor pencil back in 2015, I think. And on the right, I used Gansai Tambi watercolors to do this one. I had a lot of trouble getting wet into wet techniques and blending down with those watercolors, so I ended up with that background, which isn't what I planned, but I really kind of like how the colors turned out. And I believe this was also done with Gansai Tambi, only because it still looks so opaque, and my Daniel Smith paints don't look like that. And then here are my color charts for my Prima Confections Tropical set and my Pelican watercolor set. That was just a little study I did to loosen up a little bit, except I dropped my brush down on the corner there, so I just kind of made a leaf out of it to make it look more natural. And looks like I got a little water on that. It bled a bit, but that's just a bird that I saw at my cottage. And then these were just a couple of simple sketches that I did. I used Pelican watercolors on both of those. Now on the water lily here, I thought that I had used other watercolors, but I used my Daniel Smith on those, and I can tell, well, first of all, the pink looks like quinacridone pink. It's a color that I can tell blindfolded, but that spot I'm showing you up on the right is my green apatite genuine, and you can see how it has that sedimentary effect on it. I really like that about that paint color. And then on the right, that's just looking out my door wall from my cottage. I was sitting in the other room and decided to sketch what I saw. That didn't quite turn out as planned, but you know, the nice thing about a sketchbook is you can just fiddle around and nothing has to be perfect. And then there's another bird that I saw, tufted titmouse. And I did this on the beach at my friend's house on a hot sunny day. And they have a lot of purple martins there, so which aren't really purple, they're blue, but they do have kind of a purple iridescent hue, so I painted one of those. And then that's some columbine from my backyard at my cottage. And this, I was sitting on a hammock trying to draw. Didn't go as planned. It's really hard to sketch in a hammock. And more birds. As you can tell, I love birds, and I was painting these goldfinches, and then I saw this bird that I've been waiting to see forever. It makes the coolest sound, and my entire life I never knew what the bird was because you never see them. And it flew by me, and I thought, what kind of bird is that? And I checked it out, and I listened to the sound it made, and I thought, oh my gosh, I solved the puzzle. I was so excited, so I had to paint it right away so I wouldn't forget what kind of bird it was. And this nuthatch on the left, I was trying to do moss, but it didn't turn out very well. And I think if I had planned for it and used some gouache, it probably would have worked a little bit better. And I think you've seen this sketch before. Many of you have seen it. It's on my my Facebook page and stuff, my art page, but that was across the street from a restaurant we were at, and you can see that little truck and the trees on the right-hand side shows the perspective of just how big these grain elevators were. There was a lot more going on, and I didn't have time to get all the details in. But I got pretty much what I wanted down. That was my cottage I flipped by there, the living room. And this is another view of my friend's beach where I had done the boats previously. They were off to the right a little bit. This is my backyard at my cottage. And one thing I've noticed is the way that I do trees now compared to how I was doing them when I drew this has evolved so much in just the 6 months since I did that. It's neat to see those changes. And this was a sunset experiment. I did that at a beach where I make all my phone calls. I don't get a good signal back at my cottage, so I have to drive out to the lake at the end of the road. Now this is kind of funny. I was trying to draw vehicles, and I've never been real talented at that, but it looks like I crashed my husband's truck here. It's pretty funny. The wheels sticking out and everything, but this is a view. My house is up on a hill, and that driveway goes the other way to my barn, and I was trying to draw the vehicles. The car wasn't so bad, but the truck, I messed something up there. There was foreshortening involved and all sorts of stuff that I just didn't get down in that sketch. And this is another view of the same spot where the sunset was, only on a different day. And this is just a barn that I see when I'm driving into town from my cottage. And this is my backyard at home in the city, part of it, and my neighbor's shed over to the right. This is just one corner of my yard. I must have done it in the spring because all the plants there are my spring blooming plants. So, and that is it. Everybody have a great day. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll show you a newer sketchbook next time.